Amazon rainforest. On the surface lies one of the planet's largest reserves of biodiversity. Underground, gold, a highly prized mineral. This is the region of Madre de Dios in the Peruvian Amazon. Over the past 15 years, it's become an open-air gold mine. On the riverbanks, mining operations like the one belonging to Lucila Huanca relentlessly extract the precious metal.
This is the trench we've been working on this year.
Lucila has owned this mine for 15 years, like many others in the region. Under the rubble is the coveted gold.
The excavator removes the rubble layer by layer and fills this truck so that it can be cleaned.
But this mine is different. Gold is extracted while respecting natural resources.
We want to mine in a conscientious way. We know that trees give us life, shade, and cool us down. We try to be responsible. That's our vision. We can't leave a big mess for our children.
From above, the environmental impact of mining is clear. According to satellite images, 1,400 square kilometers of trees have been removed in 40 years. Rivers have been diverted too. Mining is water intensive, for example, to clean the soil which has been collected. So Lucila set up a closed water circuit.
Some of the residue, which is a kind of sludge, is stored here in the holes where the clay was extracted. The water is then drained and pumped out once it is clean.
The main problem, though, isn't visible to the naked eye. It's mercury, used to bind gold together. Claudia Vega is a scientist who's been tracking mercury levels here since 2016.
It's in ponds like this one that we collect fish. In orange, you see the mercury levels in fish from mining areas. The levels are much higher there.
According to the World Health Organization, mercury is among the 10 most dangerous substances for both human health and the environment. And in mining regions, it's everywhere.
We studied mercury in mining zones and compared the results to clean areas. What we found is that concentrations can be 3 to 5 times higher in bats, fish, and birds. Miners themselves can be contaminated. And because mercury builds up in fish, anyone who eats them can be exposed too.
Alternatives to mercury do exist. At Lucila's mining site, it's been replaced for the past 2 years by this shaker table, a giant sieve fitted with magnets that separate gold from other minerals.
We bring the sediment here and run it across the table several times until we get the sand that we then heat and fuse.
The tiny flakes of gold are then melted down for sale.
Some days we'll get 8 grams, sometimes 20 or 25. The batch here is 15 grams.
The process is more expensive. Lucila had to invest about 6,000 euros in the table, and it takes longer to recover all the gold.
With the mercury, we could recover almost 90% of the gold right away. Not 100, but close. With this table, it's more around 80%.
The rest goes back through the table to avoid losses. To make these changes, Lucila has relied on a network of women miners determined to do things differently. Together, Lucila, Victoria, and Griselda have reforested mined-out areas to limit the impact of their work.
This tree here, for example, is a topa. It grows tall, and when its leaves fall, they nourish the soil.
But even as they help each other and know their efforts make a difference, it's still hard to get that work recognized.
The good practices we're putting in place aren't recognized by the state. The other problem is selling this clean gold, which takes so much work, at a fair price on a market willing to pay for it.
We produce clean gold, but when we try to sell it, we get the same price as for dirty gold. There's no real premium. Maybe 1 sol a gram at best.
Their voices, though, are finally being heard. Recently, a jeweler and gold buyer, Miriam Baez, decided to support them.
This is Victoria's gold, 24.7 grams worth 9,015 soles. And with it, we'll make these pieces.
She shares the miners' fight for health and the environment and pays more for their gold because she knows their cause is worth it.
I think it's wonderful and very important that they're producing clean gold. It's a bit more expensive because it's harder to separate and takes more work. I pay about 15 to 20 soles more per gram.
The road toward responsible gold mining is a long one, but some of Peru's neighbors like Colombia and Ecuador have already taken that step, banning mercury altogether.